Welcome friends to another video. Welcome to another episode of GaVo Scented week, and this time around week number 14. Last week I didn't make a video, therefore I skipped that week. I only made it in Romanian, so I'm compensating this week if you want. And in today's episode I'm going to show you the two fragrances that I'm going to wear throughout the whole week. The first one for daily errands comes from the house of Mancera, and this is Mancera or Mancera, whatever, Oud Cafe. This is one weird coffee scent. Honestly, I was a bit reluctant in purchasing this fragrance, mainly because I've seen a lot of videos made by others saying that this one smells like celery. And I wasn't too happy about this, although I love celery. I eat a lot of celery myself, but I wasn't sure that I want to smell like celery. So finally I decided to purchase one full bottle, and would you believe it? It actually smells like celery, but in the opening. And it's quite interesting if you ask me, because the weird part about this fragrance, at least on my skin and to my nose, comes from the fact that smelled closely, this does smell like celery. But in the air surrounding you, it smells like coffee and caramel, which is pretty weird. Also, on my skin, it smells one way, and when I apply it on clothing, it smells a different way. What I mean by this is the fact that on fiber, I can actually pick up the pitch inside this one, which on my skin doesn't happen. So it's very curious how this one manages to perform on skin and on textile. You have some very interesting notes inside. You got peach, bergamot. You also have black currant. You have coffee. You have amber. And you also get some sweet notes. You get some woody notes. And you also have some floral notes. So quite an interesting composition. But, as I said, quite weird. It's totally unexpected, if you ask me. For example, the coffee note in this one, to me, is really, really nice. It's really great. It's not the abrasive type of coffee, like in Mugler Alien Fusion Man, for example, which is very harsh. It smells like freshly roasted coffee beans. This one tends to go a bit to a bit of a, let's say, coffee with milk, if you want, or a latte, if you want, to have a proper comparison, but also with a caramel undertone that sits right behind the coffee note. And I actually like it. I actually enjoy it, although it is pretty weird, especially in the opening. I do love the fruity notes found inside. I love how peach is done in this fragrance. It isn't the only fragrance from Mancera that features peach in the composition. I have other fragrances from this house. And in this one, the peach is really, really dominant. And I like it. Good performing, not excellent, if you ask me, in terms of projection. It's about moderate, I would say, but really great sillage. So this is my pick for the day, from sunrise to sunset. And afterwards, when I get home, I take a shower, I change my clothes to something more relaxing, more comfortable. I want to wear something clean, something fresh. And this week I decided to go with this one. This is GaVo 24K from the house of GaVo. And this is actually the first fragrance in the world to sport gold inside the composition. This was launched in 1995, so it's quite old on the market. It comes from a niche house based in the United States of America called GaVo, and it's very interesting, especially if you love barbershop fragrances. This is a true barbershop fragrance for men. It resembles so many fragrances from the macho period of men perfumery. It has resemblances with Drakkar Noir, for example, also with Pakuraban Purom, also with 1881 from Nino Cerruti, and Versace Homme, for example. It shares quite a lot of similarities with a lot of fragrances from that period. But the weird part about this one, besides, let's say, the golden flakes, is the fact that it has a totally different composition compared to those fragrances. This one, at least on the official note breakdown, sports only 5 ingredients. You have coriander, you have cardamom, you also have sandalwood, you get vetiver and amber. Although to my nose, I do get quite a predominant note of musk and also of something sweet, some sweet undertone. But this could be the sandalwood working in this fragrance. And if you love sandalwood, you're gonna definitely love this fragrance. Also, if you love vetiver, you're gonna love this fragrance. I would have preferred to have a little more cardamom inside this one, but it smells clean, it smells green, it smells fresh, it smells masculine, it smells elegant, it's mature, and if you ask me, it's very versatile and you can wear it whenever you want and dressed up however you want. This is a fragrance that's very long lasting. Even on the cardboard box, the house of GaVo tells you that this is long lasting. If you want, like the house of Jacques Bogart. Therefore, be really careful how much you apply if you decide to buy this fragrance. On my skin, it stays a long time. Projection wise, it projects really strong for the first 3 hours. Afterwards, it turns into a softer perfume. It projects a bit moderate, which isn't bad if you ask me in this type of fragrances. But the sillage is also great. And I gotta say, I really love how the bottle looks, although this is a bit tacky because it's made out of cheap plastic, the cap and this golden part right here. But this is the older variant that I have here, the original one. A couple of years ago, they stopped production on this one and they changed the bottle. Now the bottle is quite similar, but the golden part goes all the way to the bottom of the bottle. So they changed the bottle design a bit. It's a bit better quality if you want. Still, the fragrance inside is exactly the same. If you love barbershop fragrances, you're gonna definitely love this one. Trust me. Although it's a classic type of fragrance that needs a more mature audience, still the interpretation, because it has those sweet undertones, it's quite contemporary. So if you ask me, if you wear this one now in 2021, you won't have any problems. People won't say that you smell like old man. Actually, you're gonna get a lot of compliments with GaVo 24K. Really nice scent. I love the bottle. I love the performance. I don't really appreciate the price, if you ask me, because if you go on GaVo's website, you're gonna see that this one costs 120 US dollars. So it isn't cheap, but if you have the opportunity to, I don't know, find it on a retail website, discounted or something like this, then I highly recommend that you grab a bottle. Okay, these are my two fragrances for this GaVo Scented week. Mancera Oud Café, the Weird Coffee, and GaVo 24K, the Weird Barbershop fragrance. I'm gonna see you in the next one. As always, my friends, thank you for watching. Be safe, be good,